Today we're breaking down every major bait type you need to know about. We're talking about the classics that have been catching fish for decades, the modern innovations that are changing the game, and everything in between. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which bait to reach for in any fishing situation. Whether you're chasing panfish in a farm pond or targeting monster bass in thick cover, we've got you covered. Let's start with nightcrawlers. These aren't just your garden variety worms we're talking about. Nightcrawlers are the heavy hitters of the worm world, and there's a reason they're found in tackle shops from coast to coast. These big, meaty worms can stretch up to 7 inches long, and when you thread one onto your hook, it creates this irresistible wiggling action that drives fish absolutely wild. What makes nightcrawlers so effective is their universal appeal. Bass can't resist them. Whether you're targeting largemouth or smallmouth, catfish cruising along the bottom will hammer a nightcrawler without hesitation. Trout see that natural movement and think easy meal. Even panfish, like bluegill and crappie, will take a piece of nightcrawler when nothing else is working. The key with nightcrawlers is keeping them lively. Fresh, active worms outfish sluggish ones every single time. Store them in the refrigerator with some damp newspaper or specialized bedding, and they'll stay frisky for weeks. When you're rigging them, thread the hook through about an inch from the head, leaving the rest to dangle and wiggle freely. That natural movement is what triggers strikes. Now let's talk about minnows, both live and dead. If nightcrawlers are the universal soldier of freshwater fishing, minnows are the secret weapon for targeting specific species. Live minnows are absolutely deadly for bass, especially during the cooler months when bass are less aggressive and want an easy meal. Crappie fishermen swear by small minnows, and walleye anglers know that a properly presented minnow can make the difference between a slow day and a limit. Live minnows require more care than worms. You need a way to keep them alive and healthy, whether that's a portable aerator or frequent water changes. But that extra effort pays off big time. The natural swimming action and scent trail that live minnows produce is something artificial baits struggle to replicate. Dead minnows have their place too. They're easier to transport and store, plus they give off a strong scent trail that can attract fish from a distance. Cut them into chunks for catfish bait, or use them whole when you're targeting larger predators like pike or muskie. Moving into the artificial world, soft plastic worms changed bass fishing forever. These flexible, lifelike imitations can be rigged dozens of different ways, making them incredibly versatile. The Texas rig keeps them weedless for fishing thick cover. The Carolina rig lets you cover water while keeping the worm off the bottom. Drop shot rigs suspend the worm at the perfect depth for finicky fish. The beauty of soft plastics is in their subtle action. They don't have the aggressive movement of hard baits, but that gentle, natural wiggle often triggers bites when nothing else will work. Colors matter with soft plastics. In clear water, go natural with green pumpkin or watermelon. In stained water, try darker colors like black and blue. Bright colors like chartreuse work great in muddy conditions. Crankbaits are the workhorses for covering water and locating active fish. These hard-bodied lures dive to specific depths and wobble with a tight, fish-attracting action. The key to crankbait success is matching the lure to the depth you're fishing. Shallow runners work great over vegetation or in skinny water. Deep divers let you probe drop-offs and ledges where big fish often hold. The wobbling action of a crankbait sends out vibrations that fish can detect with their lateral line system. This makes them effective even in murky water, where visibility is limited. Rattling models add extra attraction by producing sound that calls fish in from a distance. The key is varying your retrieve speed and occasionally pausing or twitching the bait to trigger reaction strikes. Spinnerbaits excel in situations where other lures fail. Their unique design with the spinning blade creates flash and vibration that cuts through murky water like nothing else. Bass and pike are particularly susceptible to spinnerbaits, especially when they're feeding aggressively. The blade is what makes spinnerbaits special. Colorado blades produce maximum thump and vibration, perfect for muddy water or low light conditions. Willow leaf blades create more flash with less vibration, ideal for clearer water. Some spinnerbaits combine both blade types for the best of both worlds. Spinnerbaits are also incredibly weedless, thanks to their design. The blade acts like a guard, deflecting the hook away from cover. This lets you fish them through vegetation, around stumps, and in other snaggy areas where traditional lures would get hung up constantly. Topwater frogs and poppers deliver some of the most exciting fishing you'll ever experience. There's nothing quite like watching a bass explode on a topwater lure, sending water flying everywhere. These lures work best during warm weather, when fish are active in shallow water. Topwater frogs are designed to be fished through the nastiest cover imaginable. Thick, matted vegetation, fallen trees, shallow flats covered in weeds. The hollow body design and upward-facing hooks make them virtually weedless. The key is learning to wait on the hook set. When a fish blows up on your frog, resist the urge to set the hook immediately. Wait until you feel the weight of the fish, then drive that hook home. Poppers create disturbance on the surface that mimics injured baitfish or feeding activity. The cupped face pushes water and creates that distinctive popping sound that drives fish crazy. Work them with sharp twitches, followed by pauses, letting the ripples die down before making your next pop. Cut bait opens up a whole different category of fishing. This is chunks or strips of fish used as bait, and it's absolutely deadly for species that rely heavily on their sense of smell. Catfish are the obvious target, but cut bait also works great for pike, muskie, and saltwater predators. The key to cut bait success is freshness and scent. Fresh cut bait produces a strong scent trail that can attract fish from incredible distances. Oily fish like shad, herring, or mackerel make excellent cut bait because their natural oils disperse through the water. Size your cut bait to match your target species. Small chunks for channel cats, big chunks for flatheads or saltwater fish. Shrimp represents the gold standard of saltwater fishing bait. Whether you're using live shrimp or frozen, this bait has an almost magical ability to attract everything from redfish to snapper. Live shrimp is absolutely devastating when you can get it, swimming naturally through the water column with that enticing action that saltwater predators can't resist. The key is keeping them alive and frisky, which means proper aeration in cool water. Frozen shrimp works nearly as well and offers major advantages in convenience. You can store it indefinitely, transport it easily, and it stays on the hook better than live shrimp. Thread the hook through the tail section, leaving the head intact for maximum scent dispersion. The natural oils and amino acids in shrimp create a scent trail that calls fish in from impressive distances. What makes shrimp so effective is its universal appeal. Redfish, spotted sea trout, flounder, snapper, grouper, tarpon, the list goes on and on. It's the one bait you can confidently tie on in almost any saltwater situation and expect results. Size your shrimp to match your target species, from tiny grass shrimp for bait fish to jumbo shrimp for trophy predators. Power bait revolutionized trout fishing in stocked waters. This moldable dough bait comes in bright colors and is loaded with scent that trout find irresistible. Unlike natural baits that fish might inspect and reject, power bait triggers an almost automatic feeding response in hatchery-raised trout. The secret is in the formulation. Power bait floats off the bottom, putting it right in the strike zone, where cruising trout can spot it easily. The bright colors help with visibility, while the concentrated scent creates a powerful attractant that disperses through the water. Chartreuse, rainbow, and orange are consistently productive colors, though experimenting with different shades can pay off on pressured waters. Rigging power bait correctly makes all the difference. Use a small treble hook or single hook and mold the bait completely around the hook, covering even the barb. Fish it on a sliding sinker rig with light line and be patient. Trout often mouth power bait before committing, so resist the urge to set the hook at the first tap. Jigs might be the most versatile bait in your entire tackle box. These weighted hooks can be dressed with everything from feathers to soft plastics, making them adaptable to virtually any fishing situation. In freshwater, jigs excel for bass, walleye, crappie, and panfish. Saltwater species like flounder, redfish, and striped bass also fall victim to properly presented jigs. The beauty of jigs lies in their action. Unlike lures that move horizontally through the water, jigs work vertically, bouncing up and down in a motion that perfectly mimics injured baitfish or bottom-dwelling prey. This vertical presentation often triggers strikes when other techniques fail. Jig trailers multiply your options exponentially. Soft plastic grubs add swimming action, chunk trailers provide bulk and scent, and creature baits create a crawfish-like profile that bass can't resist. Match your trailer to the conditions. Subtle action in clear water, aggressive action in murky conditions. The key to jig fishing success is feeling the bottom and varying your presentation. Drag it slowly across structure, hop it aggressively over rocks, or swim it through the water column. Each technique produces a different action that appeals to different fish at different times. Swim baits brought a new level of realism to artificial lures. These baits, whether soft plastic or hard-bodied, mimic the swimming action of real baitfish with uncanny accuracy. Big bass and other predators that have seen every lure in the book often can't resist a properly presented swim bait. Soft swim baits offer incredible versatility in rigging options. Fish them on a jig head for bottom contact, weightless for surface action, or on an umbrella rig for multiple presentations. The soft plastic material moves naturally in the water, creating subtle tail action that triggers strikes from wary fish. Hard swim baits take realism to the next level with their segmented bodies and lifelike swimming motion. These premium baits often feature multiple joints that create an incredibly natural S-curve swimming action. They're typically more expensive than soft swim baits, but their durability and effectiveness on big fish make them worth the investment. Size selection is crucial with swim baits. Match the size to the predominant bait fish in your waters, but don't be afraid to go bigger when targeting trophy fish. Large swim baits often produce fewer bites, but bigger fish, making them perfect for anglers focused on quality over quantity. Inline spinners like rooster tails and meps represent some of the most time-tested lures in fishing. The spinning blade creates flash and vibration that attracts fish from remarkable distances, while the simple design makes them foolproof to use. Just cast out and reel back. The blade does all the work. These lures excel in moving water, where the current helps activate the blade, but they're equally effective in still water. Trout, bass, and panfish all respond to inline spinners, making them perfect search baits when you're trying to locate active fish. The blade creates a sonic signature that fish associate with fleeing baitfish. Color selection matters with inline spinners. Silver blades work best in bright conditions or clear water, while gold blades excel in low light or stained water. The body color adds another element of attraction. Try natural colors in clear water and bright colors when visibility is limited. Leeches occupy a special place in the walleye angler's arsenal. These slimy, undulating creatures produce an action that walleye find absolutely irresistible. The natural swimming motion and scent trail make leeches deadly effective, especially during the cooler months when walleye are less aggressive. Hooking leeches properly keeps them alive and active longer. Thread the hook through the sucker end, avoiding the vital organs in the middle section. This allows the leech to swim naturally while staying securely attached to your hook. Keep them cool and in clean water for maximum effectiveness. Leeches work year-round, but really shine during spring and fall, when walleye are feeding heavily before and after the spawn. Drift them along structure, troll them behind bottom bouncers, or fish them vertically around deep water haunts. The key is letting the leech do its thing. Minimal rod action produces maximum results. Salmon eggs might be tiny, but they pack tremendous fish-attracting power. These bright orange orbs are natural food for trout and steelhead, making them incredibly effective bait in the right situations. The key is using them where fish expect to find them, below spawning areas or in tributary streams. Fresh eggs work best, but cured eggs offer better hook-holding qualities and longer storage life. The curing process firms up the eggs while enhancing their color and scent. Single eggs work for smaller trout, while egg clusters target larger fish like steelhead and salmon. Presentation is everything with salmon eggs. Use light line and small hooks to maintain a natural presentation. Fish them on the bottom in current, or suspend them at various depths in still water. The bright color and natural scent create an irresistible combination that triggers feeding instincts. Gulp scented baits bridge the gap between artificial and natural baits. These soft plastic baits are infused with powerful scent attractants that disperse in the water like natural bait. The result is an artificial bait that often outfishes live bait, especially in heavily pressured waters. The scent technology in gulp baits creates a scent trail that's many times stronger than natural bait. Fish follow this trail right to your hook, often resulting in more aggressive strikes and better hookup ratios. The artificial nature means consistent action and better hook holding than fragile natural baits. Gulp baits come in every shape and size imaginable, from worms and grubs to shrimp and crab imitations. Each style is formulated for specific species and situations. The key is matching the bait to your target species and fishing it like you would the natural version. Every one of these baits has earned its place in the angler's arsenal through decades of proven results. Understanding when and how to use each type transforms you from someone who just throws bait in the water to an angler who can adapt to any situation. The next time you're standing in that tackle shop, you'll know exactly which bait to choose for your fishing adventure.